Welcome to GME show number 134. We are in season 7, and today is Friday, January 30th, 2026. It's amazing to me that it's already 2026, y'all. But I have to say, I am your host, Kim White, and I'm joined by the lovely icon herself, Kat Corchado. Kat, good morning.
Hi, Kim. How are you? I'm so grateful to be here and to see 2026. It's great to be back. We've been gone for a while. And when you are trying to build something, such as a business, and you can do it by yourself, but why would you want to? So this show isn't just a hype show. It's not a do more with less show. This is for anyone who's building something on purpose. And it's not about doing this until you burn out or losing yourself in the process. So if you want to do this by yourself, you're more than capable of doing that. But you should join us on this show because we are real people doing real things with our business. And it doesn't matter where you are in your business, or maybe you're already very popular in your business. Well, that's not the word I want to use. You're very successful in your business. And you just want to see someone goofy like me. And I'm okay like that. If you want to laugh, take a break, I'm here. I'm here all day. No, just during the show, y'all.
I love it, Kat.
So I know that there's a special island somewhere close by, or maybe it's not close by. And we like to call it Entrepreneur Land. So why don't we head over there, see what's going on?
I love Entrepreneur Land. I say that's the land we live in. We love what we do, so it makes it wonderful to be here. Today's theme of the show is collaboration, and I think it's one of the sexiest words on the planet. I'll just give my little 2 cents right there because collaboration is a superpower for your business, and if you haven't understood how to use it on a high level, we hope today you walk away with that understanding. So I am excited about the show, Kat.
I am too, Kim. I think sometimes we think of collaboration with other organizations, other people, other businesses, but sometimes you have to collab with yourself. If you've ever been on the fence on something, right? And your head's here and your body's here, and all of a sudden it comes together and you make that decision. Is that a real thing, Kim? Do you think collaborating with yourself? I'm asking for a friend.
That may be collaborating with your intuition, which is super sexy as well.
What she said, you guys.
Well, I want to give a little bit of a segue into our GME Chronicles this week, because when we took the break and then we came back, we had a little bit of tech issues with the Chronicles. So if you are confused at all by the Chronicles, I just want to give the explanation. It is the amazing thing that Jill Olish does for our whole community. She tracks the numbers so that we can see the progress, because sometimes when you're in the trenches and you're doing the things, you don't realize how much progress you're making. So I think the Chronicles is a very sexy way to put it out there. We're not bragging, we're celebrating, and we're asking you to celebrate with us. So if we could head over to the Chronicles, I think that would start our day well.
Thank you, Kim and team. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the GME Chronicles. I am Jill Olish, and we have some updates for you today, January 30th, 2026. The GME Chronicles is a celebration of moving the needle in our businesses, and we want to share these numbers out loud, not to show off, but to show you what's possible when we come together in business. To catch you up, we had 9 classes with Kat in the Fit for Alliance community, and she held the Keep It Movin' 11-minute fitness challenge. My Sexy Business held the Fierce Entrepreneur Summit, which was a lively and spicy, sexy roundtable discussion about the path to real success held and led by the Fire Up Masterminders. We also had sticky note time accountability. From goal setting to task management, Kim and I go through the process that we do to stay productive, even when life gets sticky. There were rounds 36 and 37 of Fire Up Mastermind, the mastermind for fierce leaders who are ready to serve hard, use irresistible, not creepy marketing, build relational businesses, and truly empower others, as well as Groundwork Brigade Mastermind, the Choose Your Own Adventure Business Mastermind, with real-time strategy, tech help, and accountability. Donna posted a new blog, Double the Mugs, Double the Impact, Stackable, Sustainable, and Seriously Gift-Worthy. Kat posted a new blog, How Women Over 40 Redefine Identity, Purpose, and Business. Adam posted a new interview with Marie Colley, and My Sexy Business posted a new blog, Vision Boards 101, the best decision-making guide for your business. Kat and Yvonne went live with the Salty Sisters. Can 11 minutes of exercise get you back on track? My Sexy Business went live with Website Royalty Town Hall and shows 132 and 133 of Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you're never missing an upcoming show or new clips. Check out the newest episodes of the Sisters in Service podcast hosted by Kat Corchado. It's a powerful weekly podcast giving voice to women veterans, military spouses, and brats navigating life after service. Through honest conversations, shared experiences, and valuable resources, Kat helps this often unseen community stand up, be counted, and thrive. Head to your favorite podcatcher to listen along with these podcasts. SEO Day, Buckets and Boom Gates, Late Bloomer Living, 5 and 15 Interviews Leadership Series, Bearing It All with Call Me Adam, Mucked Up My Self-Care, and Mama Outspoken. You can connect with the Roving Reporters through the GME directory. Head over to mysexybusiness.com/GME and you can connect with everyone there. This all brings our number to 34, making the grand total 7,233 amazing things done collectively by this community in just 4 years and counting. We look forward to more updates coming up this week. If you are ready to join in on the fun around here, you can find us coming up at Sticky Note Time Guided Weekend, starting tonight and running into tomorrow. It's a weekend where we go through the Sticky Note Time process all together as a group. And you can also join us at the Age Agitators Club gathering with Yvonne Marchese, as well as in the My Sexy Business community for Groundwork Brigade Mastermind, and wherever you're watching now for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Back to you in the GME studio.
Cheers, Kat.
Cheers.
It's very exciting to see those numbers because they represent things that real humans have done, real things. And that's the total for the last 4 years. It just amazes me.
It amazes me too, Kim. I think for anyone that's watching, it makes sense to celebrate the big things, but celebrate the small. Maybe you just got through the week. That's a celebration. I celebrate that.
Every week in Mastermind, when the wins are posted for everybody, I always giggle. It's like, what did I do this week? That's the consensus a lot of times, but not waiting until a month or 6 months or a year has passed helps you remember, like, you are making progress, because business can be hard.
Absolutely.
We want to celebrate some more people today. We'd like to give some shout outs for some birthdays, and I'm excited to say happy birthday to Kiara Vandergriff. Kiara, happy birthday, and we love you. The 31st tomorrow is her birthday. And February the 3rd is our sweet Angelo Noto's birthday. That is Adam's Angelo, but we claim him too. So happy birthday, Angelo.
I love that.
And our first segment is one of my favorite segments, I will tell you. I waited a while till I got it. I knew I was going to get it because Kat was going to bring it. She always does. But I want to go into Military Minute and check out the importance of your podcast. Kat, as a podcaster who is got a lot of podcast episodes under their belt, your podcast Sisters in Service is for, and I love when you say it, military of all kinds, military brats, military active duty, military veterans. It's for anyone that helps veterans.
Military spouses.
Military spouses, forgot that part, sorry.
That's okay.
When you think about your podcast, what is the importance of that podcast to you?
When I first started podcasting, I would hear, make money from your podcast. But that's not why I started the podcast. The podcast to me is a passion project. And if I never make money at it, I'm okay with that. I want it to be a safe place for anyone military affiliated to come and speak, to come and let's have a conversation about what you're doing, where you're going, what's been happening, what happened to you in the military, what happened to you after the military. So when people started talking about making money at it, I knew instinctively that I don't want to charge anybody. And what I mean by that is I had someone tell me that, oh, you should charge your guests. You should charge, they were saying all these things. And I thought, these are military people who've already paid a price by wearing the uniform and maybe still paying the price of wearing the uniform. How am I going to tell them, oh, by the way, it's this much money to be on my podcast? That's not how I roll. So I was very adamant from the very beginning, I'm not going that route. Now, I'm not going to say if someone wants to sponsor, hello, let's talk. But that's it. But it will forever, in my heart, be a passion project.
Love it. You are such a person of honor, Kat. I have to tell you, the whole passion project is amazing, but the fact that you recognize the sacrifice has already been made, that you are not going to benefit from that in that way. And it makes me feel like that is such a good example for collaboration even. You are collaborating with your guests so that, you are heard versus charging them money and those that can't do it because they don't have the money.
Absolutely, Kim. It was a gut instinct. Like, you know how you hear something, you go, no, absolutely not. You just know. And when someone said that to me, I said, no, I'm not doing that. Yeah. I was very clear and defined. I didn't have to, say why. I just said, nope, not doing it. And I haven't, and I won't.
If anyone knows the Kat Corchado I know, I have no doubt that was an instant no way. Well, Kat, we did something like this week that is something that has built a lot of podcasts. It's built a lot of dreams, I'll call it, and that's the vision board party. We want to just give a quick shout out to Jill for doing such a great job with the vision board party. She hosts it and helps guide us all through updating or up-leveling or changing our vision board. But she also has helped a lot of people who've never made a vision board. They never knew the power of it. So I want to give a quick thank you to Jill and give the update of the next one. We do them quarterly. So I would mark your calendar for the next vision board party, which is April the 29th, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern. As my train passes, I hope you all can't hear it, but it's so loud. But the vision board party is such an amazing space because a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm going to make a vision board. I'm going to do that." And then we don't ever make the time to do it. So this is a window of opportunity is what I'm going to call it. So mark your calendar now so that you don't miss it. April 29th.
I actually love doing the vision board. You know, when you first do it, you're kind of playing around. You're like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then as you keep doing it, you get a little more intentional with what you want and what you want to see on that board, and kind of remind yourself, oh yeah, I was supposed to be more meditative or take more time for myself and I didn't. And so those are the kinds of things that you can put on your vision board. It can be any color, you can put anything on there you want. The magic is watching some of that stuff come true.
Oh, yeah. And we've witnessed others in our community. Well, we've witnessed for ourselves too, Kat, but others in our community who will put something on there. And then the next thing we know, 2 weeks later, they're saying that already happened. That to me is amazing. And it is a free event. It's a community event that we put on so that if you know us, you can come. If you don't know us, you can come. Vision boards are powerful no matter what. So
I totally agree. You know, Kim, as business owners, and I'd mentioned this before, that we sometimes have to collaborate with ourselves, meaning as a business owner, we spend a lot of time in our seat. So you have to collaborate with yourself a little bit to make changes, maybe create a spark of creativity, or just to get your mind to stop moving so fast, slow down a little bit. And so our first roving reporter is Yvonne Marchese, and her segment is Entrepreneurs in, no, that's not right. Oops. She's
it's entrepreneurs later in life.
See, folks, I told you I'm here all week. And she's going to talk about how you can break you break your routine a little bit, just enough to create some creativity, to spark something to get you think differently that can help you move your business forward. Let's go.
Thanks, Kim. This is Yvonne Marchese, your resident age agitator and play instigator, here to talk about playful entrepreneurship at any age. Hey, if you've ever felt stuck staring at the same spreadsheet or just sitting at the same desk, here's a little secret for you. Sometimes your brain just needs a change of scenery. Breaking your routine is one of the simplest and most playful ways to spark new ideas. So take your laptop to a coffee shop, schedule a walking meeting, or swap your office chair for a park bench for an hour. I've had some of my best ideas while roller skating or walking by the water. That little shift in environment, it wakes up your senses and it nudges your brain into creative problem-solving mode. The next time that you're feeling stuck, remember, you don't need a big trip or a vacation to reset your mind. Just shake things up a little bit and watch how quickly the new ideas start flowing. That's all for now. Back to you in the studio.
Well, Yvonne is one of your collaboration partners. You all do some amazing things together, Salty Sisters being one of them.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yvonne just comes out with some, I call them gold nuggets of information where you kind of go, oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So she has an amazing podcast, and it's called Late Bloomer Living Podcast. And the people she gets on there, I don't know. I think they come to her. Like, can I be on your podcast? Because her podcast is so good. So if you're planning on cleaning house or you're doing something, put the podcast on for Yvonne because she's really good at it.
There's like 250 something episodes you can binge. Let me just say that too. So if your house is really dirty, you'll have plenty of time.
I think she's like at 256 or 257 or something. It's amazing what
It's
she's doing.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
As we go along as entrepreneurs, the one thing that I have battled with from time to time is with my calendar. And if you've ever tried to keep everything up here and it just doesn't fit, that's my problem. Or you forget something and then you get the guilt. You know, you're supposed to be somewhere, you're supposed to do something. So our next roving reporter is going to talk about mom guilt and how to decrease the guilt that you may feel about spending time wisely when you have a family and a business.
Thanks, Kim. Mom guilt came in hard when I needed to figure out how to separate my day and feel less like I was failing at being a mom or failing at being an entrepreneur because I had to split myself up. I recognize that guilt is not a sign of how much we're failing, but it's a sign of how much we care, because we have this tear of, where do I put myself without neglecting the other? And recognizing that we're not taking away from the other, we're building towards something together. I had to recognize that working in my business and on my business created impact on my family, but I had to make sure it was a good impact. So setting up boundaries was the first thing that I did after the first burnout I faced from working way too much in the wrong times. And that is my first tip, is boundaries. Setting focused work times, then giving yourself permission to be fully present in that or after it on what you are no longer doing. So for me, fully present during work hours and then fully present during family hours. Guilt has no place in motherhood or in our businesses. So set up your day so that way you can give yourself permission to be fully present in those moments. Back to you in the GME studio.
Such wisdom.
For real. I think one of the best things I ever did to help alleviate guilt of not having time for myself was putting in place my Catitude Day on Sundays. And it's on the calendar. Ask my husband, he knows it's there. But it's guilt whether, you know, your kids are grown and you're out of the house, you still have that guilt about something. So you have to collaborate with your calendar. Good advice, Jill. Thank you.
I love it. And you can get more great insights, I'm going to call it, with Jill's podcast, Mama Outspoken. Her and Bobby, her husband, collaborate on that podcast and have conversations that actually can open others up to realizing they're not the only ones. I think that's a fear all of us have in life, business, parenthood, whatever it is. We're the only ones that don't get it. But it's not true. It is not true. So they do a phenomenal job on the Mama Outspoken podcast.
I'm still trying to talk my husband into doing a podcast with me. It's not going well.
I can just see it now. Cat and Cutie.
Yeah, he wouldn't like that either. Cutie and Cat, maybe. He might like that one. So our theme for today is collaboration. And when we talk about SEO, I kind of feel like you don't collaborate with SEO. You kind of have to, it's like a secret password to get in. You know, you have to have the secret password in order for SEO to work with you. And so our next roving reporter, Denise Millet, and helping entrepreneurs be findable online. And what are SEO best practices? And if anyone knows, she's that person.
So what are SEO best practices?
Ooh. SEO best practices are writing for humans, not writing for search engines. Number one. Number two is creating helpful, useful content for those humans. We're not looking to create the same thing that somebody else creates and just skims the surface of a topic, because that's what a lot of people are doing. You want to do it a little bit differently that gives as much as you possibly can in the right way to help someone. And I think that's going to take you further than just having quantity of content out there. Quality is important. We're not ever manipulating search engines. We are including clues. We want to tell them what we're about.
She does such a good job.
I think that SEO is just one of those secrets until someone opens the vault. And I think that's what Denise does. She opens that vault about what SEO.
Every Tuesday, she says, make Tuesday your SEO day, because she does open the vault. On the SEO Day podcast, she breaks it down. So she gives answers to questions. It's an exciting podcast, because if you will take just a little bit of time to listen and implement what she's talking about, your whole findability changes with just simple things you can do that don't actually add a ton more time to your day.
Oh, absolutely. I've actually listened to the podcast and tried to do the changes while she was talking. And because there's such short snippets that you can get the information or write it down or get the gist of it and then apply it. And that's what I love about that.
Me too, Kat. And I'll tell you, one of the things that makes me happy is Denise, the host of SEO Day podcast, is also part of our Sticky Note Time. She's part of our crew of Sticky Note Time Guided Weekend, which is coming up. And I just want to make sure that I remind everyone, February 6th and 7th is the official event. It's the official. If you don't have tickets, get them, because Sticky Note Time can be a game changer. It can change your life and your business. So you go from vision board and dreaming about something to actually putting in place the things that will make things happen quickly. So I personally am smitten with Sticky Note Time. I use it myself every day, every quarter, every year. I put these things in place myself. So just want to make sure everybody remembers the date and that they are invited, Kat.
I think one of the things I love most about Sticky Note Time is it takes everything that you've jammed up here and it takes it out of here. You put it on sticky notes. So every day I look at it and I go, ooh, I got to do that. Yep, got to do that. And so the stuff that you're thinking about 6 months from now maybe doesn't apply, but it's out of your head and it's on a piece of paper and you can move it to where you want to move it this month, this year, this week, wherever you want to. And it's made things much simpler for me.
Me too, Kat. We're related, I'll just say. You are tuning in to Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's theme is collaboration. Today's show is 134. I hope I've got that right. I don't see it. And if you want to connect to the Roving Reporters, head over to My Sexy Business's website. On the very front page, you can click on GME tile. I think they're pulling it up. Yes. Scroll down to the tiles, which gives you choices of where to go. Click on the GME one. Good Morning Entrepreneurs, obviously. And then look for the second big red button on that page and go connect with the Roving Reporters. These are real people, like building real businesses, doing real things. And I think that that's important in a time of so much artificial everything. You can go to AI who has never owned a business, and AI can pull things and information for you and help you in certain ways, but they can never give you what is really like when you're building a business, the emotions, the things that are going on. And we feel like this is such a important part to be here as real humans for those trying to do these things, to help shorten the learning curve. So
I needed
that's my
that.
little 2 cents, Kat.
Well, I just want to put out there also that if you were to reach out to any of us and what that question you're asking isn't in our wheelhouse, we will introduce you either by email or something to the person you need to talk to, who's one of the roving reporters, so that they understand that they reached out to me and I wasn't your flavor or your person, but this person is. And I just want you to know that we're not going to, we're just going to be able to put you in contact with the person that you need to ask that question to. That's what I was trying to say all along, you guys.
We always hope to be great connections, Kat.
Well, I know as entrepreneurs, I don't know about you guys. I had a lot of questions. I still have a lot of questions. But one of the good things that happens is that we get a lot of people writing into the show asking those questions. So our question of the week this week is, how do I know if collaboration will work for my business?
This is just, to me, this is the best topic on the planet, is collaboration, because I have been in bad collaborations where I didn't ever want to do that again. And then when I learned how to do a high level collaboration, I realized it's a superpower for my business. It actually can bring a lot of not only like exposure kind of things, it can bring a lot of income when you collaborate in the right way. So I think it's good for every business, with the caveat of you have to know how to do a high level collaboration. Collaboration is not always, I'm going to say, what it seems in the beginning, because a lot of people get burned by people using that word when really what they're saying is, I want to take advantage of you, but I'm going to call it a collaboration. And that is not a good thing. That is absolutely not good for your business. But when you learn the right way to do one, I think it's amazing, the results.
Well, Kim, can you share one thing about collaboration? Because a lot of times it's just like, hey, you want to? And they go, yeah, I want to. And then you do it. And then it turns out, what is one thing, if someone's thinking about collaborating with another person, another organization, what's one thing to look out for?
I'm going to say test the waters is probably one of my biggest tips for it. Because if you don't know someone really, really, really well, you may be collaborating with their mask. You may be collaborating with what they are like saying with their mouth, but they're not living it. And I think that's an important thing is, and I'll give an example, a real life example. We do things with someone who maybe we do a small thing like a clubhouse room or a small meetup or a small something first, because if we don't and we jump into a big collaboration, we're stuck if we're people who keep our words, and we are. So I have had, major train wrecks. I'm going to be honest. I've had major train wrecks doing collaborations that I thought I was doing a good thing, and that person failed to come through, or the other person failed to show up, or the other person they didn't take it serious. And so if you're going to collaborate, make sure who you're collaborating with, you've tested the waters, and they really are a good match for you.
Ooh, that was fire. I'm hot. That was...
Thank you, Kat.
I love that, Kim.
I can get spicy pretty quick on that subject.
Well, I also think that you have to know what you want out of this collaboration, because the person asking you wants something and you want something, and you have to know what it is you want and not just go all in. That's my 2 cents. But go with Kim. She put $100 worth of insight into that. So $100 and 2.5 cents.
I think you did great. Yeah.
All right. One of our Roving Reporters he's amazing. And it's Adam Rothenberg. And he does entrepreneurs in entertainment. And he's going to be talking to Nancy McKeon about work and family and how she balances both. But sometimes it's talking about taking a step back, either from business and, well, you can't take a step back from your family, but you could. But but here's his segment talking to Nancy McKeon.
Thanks, Kim. It's Adam. And for today's Entrepreneurs in Entertainment segment, I wanted to share an excerpt from my 2025 interview with one of my entertainment idols, Nancy McKeon, who you know from playing Jo on NBC's hit sitcom, The Facts of Life. In this clip, I hope what Nancy has to say about taking a step back to raise her family can serve as an inspiration for any entrepreneur, business owner, or creator who wants to either do the same thing or be able to work and have a family together. And has there ever been a time in your career when you had to pivot from acting?
Not pivot. I decided to take kind of a little break because I wanted to raise my kids and be with them. I waited a long time to have a family, and it's such a gift to be able to be with your kids. It was truly a gift. And so I took that time away. I've been just incredibly fortunate enough to make a living as an actor my whole life. And I'm grateful every day for that. But I didn't want to not be present for them because I really wanted to have kids and be a mom. So I'm grateful that I was able to. I know that is a privilege, and I'm grateful that I was able to have those moments.
Yeah. And that is today's Entrepreneurs in Entertainment segment. It's back to you in the GME studio.
I'm just going to say, if you don't know Adam, then you should. You need to go to his platform. If we can bring that up somehow, you just need to just go do it and scroll. Take a little time, have a little coffee, scroll through and see all of the interviews he's done with all of these people that I go, I know that person. I don't know them, but I know of them. So if you haven't been to his entertainment platform, then you need to go and just check it out. I think he must have, 5 million people coming to his, is it 5? It feels like it should be. If it's not, it should be. So everyone go to his website.
Right now, I think the latest stat is over 3 million have visited in the last couple of years. So that's a lot of people who are realizing how much Adam is putting out there. And his interviews are different. I love when he talked to Nancy about, taking that step back, because honestly, if we're building businesses, we need to build businesses with our life in mind, not with our life as an afterthought. So he has lots of different fun interviews, and he's done over 2,300. So callmeadam.com is where you go, and I can guarantee you'll be entertained.
And can I just say that taking time away from business and having more time for me is actually on my sticky note board. Just saying.
That's good, Kat, because reality is when you bring your A game to the party, you get more done than if you bring your haggard self. Because there's lots of times I've brought my haggard self to do something, and it's taken a lot longer and a lot more effort. So I love that you say that. I will say this, that you have inspired me in so many ways. And one of those things that you have inspired me with is literally working out and doing the things that I don't wake up wanting to do. I'm just going to be honest about it.
Me neither, Kim. I don't wake up.
Makes me feel like I can do it, but it's not something I wake up going, oh, goody, today is a chance to work out. But I love the outcome of it. I love the other side of it. So, Kat, I would love to go to your segment And of course, you're doing something to improve all of our lives. She is the one that kicks our booties around this community and helps us stay on track with our health. But let's go to Kat's segment.
Thanks, Kim. Hi, everyone. Here is the last stretch that we're going to be doing in this series for carpal tunnel. So you want to take one arm out like this, drop the finger. So before we pulled back like this, now we're going to take our hand here and pull the finger in the opposite direction. So you're pulling the fingers towards you and reaching, and then even your thumb, pull it so, and then shake it out. Make sure you do both sides, and also please make sure these are appropriate stretches for you. So until next time, back to you in the GME studio.
Still shaking it out, Kat. That is a great stretch. And you always bring to your segment, Health and Wellness for Entrepreneurs, you always bring such an amazing thing we can actually put into practice instantly. Because as entrepreneurs, we are in front of these screens a lot. We are doing business, but there's you don't want to get to the end of your life and have built a successful business and have no health to enjoy it. So I think that's an important part. And Kat has an amazing story. I'm going to say this too. She has an amazing story because she just did a major rebrand. So what was the small space Pilates community, which Fit when it started, Kat has turned into Fit for Life Alliance, which is the big community Kat hosts. She hosts challenges, just finished a challenge last week that, makes everybody better. And her challenges, y'all, are 11 minutes. So it's not like you have to take a chunk out of the day. They're quick and they really do make a difference in all of our lives. Love to invite you to make it part of your life. So Fit for Life Alliance is the name of the community. You need to go join it. Kat will have another challenge coming up in, I think, 3 weeks. She's going to do one again, and you don't want to miss it. So Kat Corchado's Fit for Life Alliance community. And don't ask her right now with the pains of rebranding. Don't ask her right now how painful that was.
I'm still recovering, guys. I'm still recovering now. I just want everyone to know that when you're sitting at your desk and when your body's talking to you because you keep doing this and you'll do this and you're moving around, that's your body's way of speaking to you, saying, can you get up for like 5 minutes? Just move, dance a little bit, walk around your kitchen or something. Because when you sit too long, your brain goes to sleep. And when I've said this before, but if you've ever been working on an email or something you're trying to send out and you think you got it, you get up, you come back and you notice all the typos, extra spaces, misspellings, and you think, I was just going to send this out to someone. That's your body's way of saying, look, you really need to just move. So just get up and move. It doesn't have to be a huge commitment.
Love it, Kat.
Well, one of our other roving reporters that we love so much, we love everybody in our community, and we all have a special sauce. And our next reporter, roving reporter, is Donna Bender. And she does this surprise and delight marketing. And she's going to talk about how collaborating with your clients helps you decide on how to celebrate them on this special day. And you'll see that in just a second.
Well, hello, Kim and Carrie. This is Donna Bender and Cupid coming to you today as two roving reporters for Good Morning Entrepreneurs. Today's surprise and delight marketing segment is on loving on your clients on Valentine's Day. Now, while Valentine's Day serves as a wonderful reminder to celebrate, if you ask Cupid, she'd tell you she believes in spreading love not just on Valentine's Day, but every day. Now, you might be wondering, how can you show your clients how much you care about them on a holiday like this besides chocolate and flowers? So here's a few ideas. Send a personalized thank you note. Make it heartfelt. Put in, 1 or 2 of those little cards that we got when we were in grade school inside and make it fun. You could offer exclusive discounts on products and services you offer during this time for your clients. customized gift basket. If your clients are local, you could DIY and put a gift basket together with thoughtful items you know your clients would like. And you could recognize them on social media and showcase them on your company's social media platforms and share it with your contacts. Remember that whatever you decide to do, it should be something that your clients would like and be meaningful to them, because personalization goes a long way in making someone truly feel valued. Every day's Valentine's Day when you surprise and delight your clients, just saying. So, from Cupid and me, back to you, Kim and Carrie.
We love our Cupid.
We do. And she does this amazing show and tell, the big show and tell, I'm sorry, that is on YouTube. And you can watch all of these little tidbits of information that Donna has, but she does it in such a cute way. You know, and by the way, I like chocolate. So if anyone's watching, just, you know,
That works.
just
right?
saying, that works.
Well, I have to give an extra shout out for Donna because she had her big show and tell earlier this week, and she was in fine form because she did the show in her Cupid costume, and it was so cute and it was so fun. But man, she's getting big results for her clients and those that listen to the strategy she shares. She's funny. She dresses up in costumes, you know, to make it fun, but the results are serious. So I think it's important to just note, go to her channel and watch the last big show and tell for sure, because I'm not sure if that's not the best show she's ever done.
Oh my. Okay. And I just want to say also that if you're looking for anything for your clients, a gift or anything, reach out to her because she is so good at what she does. You'll tell her exactly what you want and she will find it for you. Just saying.
Oh yeah. So good. so good. Well, we want to invite everybody to something else again, Kat. I just want to say this. Our sweet Denise Millet and I have been doing what we're calling website royalty town halls. And I have to giggle because we did a My Sexy Business town hall earlier this week for when we come back from Sticky Note Time weekend. We share all the things that are changing or updating or whatever. Well, we're trying to take that same concept and do it for website royalty, our private group we run for helping those who need Kajabi support. So the town halls are to serve a purpose for giving information about what we're seeing inside website royalty for different questions we're getting and different things that people are working on. But it's also a place that we want people to ask questions so we can try to help them get started on an answer. So they are weekly. Thursdays we are committing. So Thursday morning, I'm going to just spit it all out. Thursday morning, 8 to 10 a.m. Mountain Time is our actual website royalty live meetups. That's where if you're in website royalty in our private part of our community, you can come and get all the live hands-on support. But Thursday afternoons for the website royalty town hall live streams, we are going to be trying to share a little bit of what was happening that day and then also give some help to those who are asking on YouTube. We know we cannot be as detailed in a live stream as we can in the group, but there's a lot of people with a lot of questions that are afraid to ask. I know, okay, so I'm going to make a confession. Way back in the beginning, when I was learning website stuff, first, I didn't know who to ask. Second, when I started trying to find people to ask, they made me feel embarrassed. They made me feel like, why don't you know these things? And so I want everyone to know that's one of the reasons we named it Website Royalty, is we want you to feel royally treated, not dismissed, because that's how I felt whenever I was looking for help. You know, years ago, I felt just dismissed. You're not smart enough to do this. You need to go pay thousands of dollars. And it's not true. So I think that that's an important informational piece about website royalty. It is for people to come and feel like they can ask their questions and not be embarrassed by them, because you know what? Everybody has questions, even the ones that do this all the time. So there's my
I'm confessing.
Kat rocks her website stuff, but Kat comes to website royalty, and there are things that we are just better together, collaborating inside that group. If someone is asking a question, a lot of times someone else in the group didn't know to ask that question. So they learn by the questions asked, they learn from each other, and they learn from what we help them with. So I just want to give all of that out there. But if you are interested in the live stream part, Thursdays, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, come and join us. We're having a lot of fun. And I think we finally figured out a couple of things, y'all. We were kind of wonky in the beginning because we were trying to say all that we just weren't clear enough to say. And I think now we're on point. So,
and sometimes it can spark questions you didn't even know you had.
Exactly.
So even if you don't have questions and you feel like, oh, I don't have a question, watch anyway, because it might spark a question for you.
Absolutely.
And thinking about a spark, one of my favorite, and I'm going to say the S word, segment is Princess Speak, and which is sponsored by the My Sexy Business team and community. And Princess Speak is the simple business language for entrepreneurs and business owners that we use on the daily. So think of certain words your parents would use that aren't really something you wouldn't use outside the home, but it's something that's within your family and you understand each other when you say it. Okay, like I'll give you an example. I don't say slippers. I'm going to go put my slippers on. I say I'm going to put my slippies on. And my husband knows exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go to Princess Speak.
What a great example, Kat. I have to giggle. That's great. I need my slippies to put on too. So today's phrase is together is better. I think that when you are talking about doing something and you need all the credit for it, you got an issue with your pride going on. If you need all the credit because you don't know who to ask and you're not finding someone to ask, I still think that's a little bit of that embarrassment we were talking about. We don't want to be the one that doesn't sound like we're smart enough to figure something out. Reality is, if we would ask someone, if we would do something together, we can go so much faster. We don't have to struggle and we don't have to, work so hard on it. I'll give you a quick little example. There's something that someone I love dearly was struggling with, and I just had to wait until they were ready to ask. But once they asked, it was like one day and they were on a roll. But they had struggled for several weeks. And so I think that better together, whatever you're talking about, I think that you have to have boundaries, you have to have parameters, you have to have that. But together is better because we can make life easier for each other and we can do things faster.
I love that, Kim. I think, I agree with what you're saying. And I think having a community of people that I feel as though I could go to anyone here and ask a question. And there's something so comforting about that. And not saying that you can't build a business by yourself. If you can, more power to you. I am just not that person. Because I'm going to be like, what about this? And how about this? And why can't I do this? And then, so you see where I'm going with this, right? But there are a lot of people on this stage right now that could answer that question for me. So yeah, together is better.
Thank you, Kat.
I agree. Together is definitely better. I've been in many positions working alone a lot, but one of the things that I've even found is even if we're working alone, like on mute, but with other people, it still gives a sense of this comfort of having others by us that, there is someone there in case if we have a question, or to just verbally voice something out, like, how does this sound? And it gives us a little bit more confidence versus being on our own. And that just feels like you could take things to a whole nother level when you have others surrounded by you, even if you're sitting together on mute working.
I love that, Jilla. So together is better because it builds confidence too. I love that.
I love that too. I second everybody, and I'm going to add working together, being together helps you fight the doubt. It helps you fight the creeping negative things that your brain naturally goes to when you try to protect yourself. So when you feel doubt, just knowing there are other people around you that are doing things similar, that are doing even in their own way, it kind of fortifies you, and it really makes a difference to know that you're not alone. And I believe that having someone at your side, even if they're not at your side all the time, but they're familiar with you and know what you're going through, know what your travels are, it just makes it all the easier to go there.
Love that, Denise.
And I agree with everybody that together is better because it goes along with my theory. If together wasn't better, then Dolly Parton wouldn't write the song Together, You and I, and Debbie Gibson wouldn't have We Could Be Together for a While. So if it wasn't true, songs wouldn't be written about it. So together is better.
Can I just say that Adam needs to write a song about this and then sing it at the end of the show?
There you go, Adam. There's another gig for you coming up to a GME soon in a theater near you. Well, I think when you're talking collaboration, sometimes in the beginning we are very, and a lot of us have been burned. Like, I want to just acknowledge that. It's not that we're not ignoring that. A lot of people have collaborated or been together with the wrong people. That's part of the magic of learning how to collaborate. And part of the being together is making sure you are with the right people. So I do want to put that out there. If you have an example of a terrible collaboration or a terrible togetherness, don't forget that, but figure out why that was instead of throwing the collaboration out and the togetherness out, because it is such a powerful thing to have. And I love all the answers you all gave, because it is true. There's many facets to being together. But thank you all listening today for being part of this collaboration, this amazing show that we put together. Thank you for being here. And we can't wait to start Love Month next week, by the way. But thank you all for collaborating with us by helping us by watching the show. So subscribe to the channel and we'll see you next week. Love y'all. Join us next Friday at 7 a.m. Central.
This is the team signing off for Good Morning Entrepreneurs.